Okay, I bought this pump from eBay, and it cost about, I don't know, about $55, including shipping. And I bought it to replace this one, which is virtually the identical pump that I couldn't figure out how to get apart. So I wanted to show you how you get them apart and why it's best not to waste your time. So as I said, this one cost about 55, 60 bucks, something like that. That included shipping. If somebody knows how they can afford to ship this thing to my house for so cheap, because I don't know, when I tried it, it's got to weigh 10 or 15 pounds. And when I have to ship anything like that, it's like, God, 15 or 20 bucks. And I know that this thing can't cost that much. So anyway, it was 55 bucks, including shipping. And this is what it looks like. And they claim it to be a submersible pump. They claim it's 1.5 horsepower. And, and it comes with this float switch. It's identical to the one that I replaced. Now the one I replaced, you can see the model number and stuff in the title on this video. This one is from Harbor Freight, and it was a Central Machinery, of course, item number 46750. And I'll tell you what, it is virtually impossible to get it apart and to rebuild it. As you can see, I took it apart. I undid the stainless steel part from the base, and I was faced with this motor still being attached inside the stainless steel part. Well, come to find out, you have to take out these 5 screws. Those have to be removed, and then you have to virtually pound it out, because what you're pounding against is this thing. This is a motor and impeller. By the way, I still can't figure out how to get that impeller off because there's no place to latch onto the motor shaft. But you're pounding against this thing that's holding the base of it in, and this has, it's just a slide fit. It has a couple of, like, these metal, I guess just one metal tab on it. They're even cheap when it comes to that, to make it really fit in there snugly. And then the top of this, where is it? Oh, there it is. I'm losing parts. The top of that is what screws into this. So you have to unloosen those 5 screws on the top, put a screwdriver or a punch down in through these holes, I guess, and pound the thing out. And after you get it out, then you can finally get to the screws, these screws right here, to take this base of it off. and then you end up with a motor. I guess it's a sealed motor, I don't know. I can't get it apart. And a bunch of wires. By the way, to take this off of this, you have to desolder or cut the wires. So, but anyway, for 50 bucks, 55 bucks, I think it's best, and what looks like the inability to ever rebuild it. By the way, the motor's froze on this thing. It lasted a couple years in my pond, and it ran probably maybe an hour and a half a day for maybe, I don't know, maybe a year and a half or so. So I guess I got my money's worth out of it, but don't waste your time or energy trying to rebuild it. I still have to figure out how to, maybe I'll end up cutting this stupid impeller off, because there is no way that I can figure out how to get it off of there. Anyway, so that's it. Oh, I guess one last thing, and this might be the problem here, I haven't checked it out. This is a capacitor start motor, and it was buzzing, kind of like a capacitor. Might be the problem. And had this not been frozen, had the impeller not been frozen, I would have tried replacing the capacitor first. But to get to the capacitor, you have to go through all of these you have to cut all these wires, and it's clear up at the top of them, and you have to undo everything, and it finally drops out. Just not worth it.